Hey everyone, Ben Younson here. Today I'm going to talk about a guitar that so many of you have asked me about. I first started playing it earlier this year, and since then it's unquestionably become my #1 instrument. It's the Ibanez AM153QA. I'd say it's a pretty modern take on the classic semi-acoustic style guitar. It's also a really practical instrument, which I think is really important. You can just plug it in and you can play pretty much any style of music on this guitar, which is great. Today I'm going to play it for you myself, just to show you the wide array of sounds that this guitar can produce. Before we go any further, make sure to hit subscribe down below and click the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos, including a new music video for a song of mine coming next week, and it features a new guitar. Also, make sure to head to my website where you can pick up my online courses, bundle packages, and of course my recorded music and transcriptions. If you have any questions about this guitar, let me know. Drop a comment and I'll do my best to answer it. I first used this guitar on a song that I wrote specifically for the instrument. I loved the sound so much, it was so full and rich, that I wrote a piece of music called AM/FM. And if you haven't heard it, you can check it out up here. The title, of course, just refers to Ibanez AM with a lot of FM synthesizers and, of course, AM/FM radio. I started playing Ibanez guitars many years ago now when I was 16 years old. I'd just gotten into a performing arts high school and I was looking for an instrument that would help me develop my playing even further. This eventually led me to getting my hands on an Ibanez AS50 from the early 80s, which became my main instrument for a long time after that. Once I got the AS50 in my hands, I felt that it really helped me develop my playing, and much like this instrument, it also allowed me to cover a lot of ground stylistically. I also noticed that the guitar of choice for a lot of my heroes was an Ibanez. For example, Pat Metheny, who I probably listened to more than anyone, started his association with Ibanez in the late 70s. I think the first time that you can see him playing one is probably on Shadows and Light with Joni Mitchell. John Scofield, who was a huge one for me as well, I know his association with Ibanez goes back about that far too. And I can't forget George Benson, who was actually the first guitarist that I can ever recall hearing in my life. Something that I love about the AM153QA is that it's a modern take on the Ibanez AM series guitars from the early 80s. Also, similar to the old AS50 that I played for many years, this instrument has a much smaller body than most semi-acoustic guitars. It has a beautiful Mikasa ebony fretboard, a bone nut, a classic quick change 3 tailpiece, and of course a Gibraltar artist bridge. I really love the way the Super 58 pickups sound in this guitar, so let's try them out. I often like to use a bit of drive, so we're going to switch between the neck, middle, and bridge settings with a little bit of drive on. Let's check it out. You can get such a full, rich tone out of this instrument, and not just with drive on. One of the big attractions for me is that you can get such beautiful, full, clean tones out of the guitar as well. Let's start by hearing just the neck pickup played clean. Much like the neck pickup on its own, the middle setting gives you a similarly full-bodied tone that's just beautiful when played clean, but it also gives you just the right amount of twang. So let's check it out. And finally, the bridge pickup. I don't often play the bridge pickup clean. I usually like to make it a bit bigger with some drive. But the bridge pickup on its own in this instrument does have a real sweet twang to it that I really love. Back when I used to play my AS50 all the time, one thing that it didn't have was a tri-sound switch. This guitar does have a tri-sound switch, and much like the name suggests, it allows you to access 3 sounds. The switching settings primarily relate to the neck pickup on the guitar. When the switch is in the down position, you get the regular neck pickup as a humbucker. When you switch to the middle setting, you get the neck pickup in single coil only. And when the switch is pointing up, you can run the neck pickup in parallel. It's a great option to have, and it provides you with a couple of additional tonal settings. Let's hear all 3 settings from the tri-sound switch. I've been absolutely loving this guitar. And just as you've seen me play it a lot this year, you're going to see me playing it a lot in the future as well. Make sure to drop a comment if you have any questions about this guitar. And while you're at it, make sure to hit subscribe down below. Click the bell for notifications so you don't miss any of my future videos. Also, make sure to head to my website for my online courses, bundle packages, and of course my music and transcriptions. I'll see you next time.